Ready?
I'm ready.
Where are we going?
We're going over to Olive & Oak to get a behind-the-scenes sneak peek at the restaurant.
Your tongue somewhere, don't know what to say. Stop and run around, oh you act like a kid. I am not your mama, just admit what you did. I got enough to do.
So welcome to vlog number 10. We're here at Olive & Oak with Jen and Mark Hinkle, the restaurateur / owners of Olive & Oak. Today we're going to be talking with them and getting a behind-the-scenes tour of what they do here and hearing a little bit more about their story.
It's definitely our go-to date night spot. Even when we don't always have a reservation, we can come in and get a high top or sit outside. So we love it, and we just wanted to share it with all of you.
So obviously we love coming to Olive & Oak. The food is incredible. It's in downtown Webster, which is such an awesome atmosphere. But really, the story behind the restaurant is what is so appealing and so interesting for us. And so we wanted to hear it directly from you guys.
So let's grab a seat and hear the story.
Then hang around and wave.
I'm Jen Hinkle.
And I'm Mark Hinkle. We're two of the owners of Olive & Oak here in Webster Groves.
Our guests come in all the time and ask what's with all the hearts. And a lot of times people walk through and they notice that there are hearts hanging on the walls. We have our neon heart. There are even hearts hidden in the concrete of the floors. And there's a really big story behind the hearts that I think a lot of people know about, but not everybody. And Olive & Oak was actually named after two boys, Oliver and Oakes, who were born with congenital heart defects and passed away when they were about a year old.
Oh, look at this.
So here's Oakes, Oliver.
Oh, that smile.
We've got some more over here. Here's Ollie. We have a good shot of Oakes right here. So the story behind the hearts is actually very awesome and very serendipitous. Olive & Oak was actually started when I was at the Magic House one afternoon with my daughter Maddie, and she was 4 years old, and it was about 6 months after my son had passed away. His name was Oliver, and I met a woman there with her daughter, and she had a t-shirt on that said Mighty Oaks Heart Foundation, and I asked her if she volunteered with them, and she said, no, I'm Oaks' mom. And so we sat for hours then sharing our stories. She had lost a son to his congenital heart defects when he was 1 year old. I had lost a son to his congenital heart disease when he was 1, and we just sat there and shared this very painful common bond that we had. And we became friends and kept in touch, and they had a charity event several months later, and that was the first time that my husband Mark was meeting her husband Greg, and they hit it off right away. And Greg asked Mark, what do you want to do when you're older? And Mark said, I want to have a restaurant. So it was a matter of just a couple weeks, and they were looking at spaces around Webster Groves, and a few weeks after that they signed a lease, and that's where we are today. So the hearts that you see throughout the restaurant are a nod to our sons Oliver and Oakes, who fought congenital heart disease and both lost their battles. But this restaurant is a way for us to carry on their memory and their spirit, and that's where Olive & Oak come from. Olive is after Oliver, and Oak is after Oakes.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful day.
So whenever Margot and I come in for dinner, we always feel so welcome. And I think that after hearing the story from you guys, that's probably part of the reason why we do feel so welcome. Because when we come into the restaurant, it's not like we're just going out to dinner. We're part of a community and part of a story behind the restaurant. It's not just a business. It's really, we feel at home.
That's awesome to hear, Pete. I mean, that's really like everything we try to do. I mean, it's so much about so much more than the food, the drink, the service. It's about how we make everybody feel that comes in, and we work really hard to try to just hire the right people and create a family here and have the type of people working with us at Alvin that want to connect with people, that want to just treat people well. They're just happy and enjoy being here, and I think it shows. There's nothing makes me more excited than when I walk in a restaurant and just see a room full of people having fun. And that's everything. I think it's all about the people that we have working with us, and a lot of people that we've worked with for years, a lot of people that are from this community and connect with the people of Webster, and everyone that comes in for that reason are excited to showcase Webster, and it's just super cool. I think that's everything we're about. It's just true, genuine hospitality. It shows.
That is just amazing, and it is exactly how we feel when we come here. And obviously, all of that work you guys do shows. But so, what's coming up in the near future in Alvin? So there's a fundraiser in November, correct?
Yes. In November, we have our annual fundraiser, I Heart Food and Wine, and it's at the Ritz-Carlton on November 4th. It'll have 25 local restaurants, 250 wines to taste, 6 or 7 local brewers come, and then just an awesome silent auction and live auction. It's a great event. It benefits pediatric heart research and allows us the resources to show love to local heart families and compassionate care for these families when they need it the most.
We're going, for sure.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us and having a conversation. It was really lovely to hear the behind-the-scenes story of how you guys started the restaurant. We're really excited about the upcoming event, November 4th. What is the website again?
The website is theohhf.com, TheOhhf.com, or people can find us on Instagram, on Facebook, the Hinkle Heart Foundation. We made sure that it's easy for everyone to find us.
We're going to be there.
Awesome.
It's going to be great. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed to get a little bit of the story behind the scenes, and we hope to see you in the restaurant soon.
We'll actually be here this Saturday for our anniversary, the 2nd year in a row. So we're just so excited to have this place in our backyard, and can't wait to have many more anniversaries here.
Sure.
Cheers.